welcome back to Love Your Food. This week we have some more home fermenting for you. So this is our recipe for a sort of a pickled spicy slaw. This is Napa cabbage and carrots. And we're going to show you how to inoculate this with our homemade fermented pepper relish from a few weeks ago. And here we're going to start with some ingredients. We've got a Napa cabbage head. We're going to use some carrot as well. We have some kosher salt. You can also use sea salt. And this is what our fermented pepper relish looks like now. This has been fermenting for some time. It's got an amazing flavor now, and we're going to use it a little bit later on. So first of all, we're going to shred our cabbage. So we're just going to chop it pretty thinly here. The nice thing about this Napa cabbage is you can just give it a little shave like this, and it's all going to fall apart. It's not going to stick together like this as you keep it in the bowl. So just nice little thin slices is perfect for this. You do need a very sharp knife to cut something like this, this thin. So then as you get down to the bottom, you're going to start getting into the stem. Needs a little bit more elbow grease. But here you go. You can just cut right through there. And again, you're going to get these nice slivers of cabbage. And then you're going to get right down to that root. Now, you don't necessarily want to use all of that root. It's a little tougher. So we're just going to cut that off. Going to get the last few little pieces that we can from there. And then just shave the bit off the sides there and leave that sort of tough woody root behind. A little extra stability helps to get that shaved a bit better. And then you can get rid of those roots. We're just going to keep these in a big bowl to start with. We're going to get all of our ingredients in there. This is a very simple recipe. So the next is going to be our carrots. And we're just going to shred these. We're going to use these, just run these through a cheese shredder here. And you can use the larger holes on your cheese grater. And once that's all shredded together, making sure you don't get any of your fingers in there, that's just going to get added into our bowl with our cabbage. And there you go. That's everything in the bowl together. Now there's a little bit of math. Chef Caleb is going to show you in the description below exactly what the percentages are for the salt to the total weight of our vegetables here. The carrot is about 1/5 of the total weight of the total volume of material when they're mixed together. And the salt is going to have a very specific amount, and again, that's going to be below. So now we're going to add our fermented hot pepper relish. Now this is still live. We haven't heat treated this or anything. Now because it is scorpion and ghost chilies, you can see Chef Caleb here has some gloves on. He doesn't want to handle this with his bare hands. But this has been fermenting for a long time. We haven't heat treated it. We haven't pressure cooked it or anything like that. So it's still full of those great living lactobacilli. It's still changing flavor. It's still just evolving in its flavor. And it's going to not only make this much spicier, but it's also going to inoculate it with those lactobacilli, and it's going to kickstart that fermentation. So you really want to make sure you're getting that salt sort of ground into the veggies, because it's going to bring out some of the liquid right away as you mix it all together. So try and get a good even distribution of your spicy pepper relish, and to get that fermentation really quite even through there as much as you possibly can. And you want to make sure you've got a good distribution of that salt as well. Now we recommend, as I said earlier, kosher salt instead of table salt. The iodine does tend to make something like pickling taste a little odd. So we're just going to transfer this into a large jar. We're using a bigger jar than we need at this point. If you have something that fits better, go ahead. We just wanted to use this larger jar because honestly it makes it a little easier to show you. And then once it's all in there, you're going to see these are starting to weep a lot of water out already. So a lot of the liquid is starting to come out. So you just want to make sure that all of the vegetable matter is down underneath the liquid. So just give it a little push, make sure the rest of that liquid comes out of there, and that's it. Once you've done that, that's going to sit on your counter for a little while. You're just going to let that ferment until it is ready to go back into your fridge. And that's it. It's a really delicious slaw. It's going to have a nice sour. It's similar in some ways to sauerkraut. Very similar to kimchi. It's vegan. It's absolutely delicious. It goes with so many things. You can add it to salad, put it on the side of things. Fantastic. If you like this recipe, please do like and subscribe. And if there's any other recipes you'd like to see Chef Caleb try on the channel, please let us know in the comments below. And remember to love your food.